Hello and welcome to another awesome video on the Disabled Explorer YouTube channel and all the other platforms that I share this on. Hope everyone's having an awesome and epic Monday and that your weekend, this past weekend, was amazing. Despite the cold weather, wherever you guys are, especially here in Ontario, Canada. It was pretty cold and snowy. But we're nice and warm inside the house or apartments or whatever, wherever you guys are watching. Anyway, in today's video, we are going to recap what happened on TNA Impact for the Thursday, December 4th, which was pre-taped on November the 15th. Uh, be- the show that preluded Final Resolution, which aired live on December the 5th, which I will recap on Thursday. I know that sounds confusing. So today I will recap what happened on the pre-taped episode of December the 4th, and on Thursday I will recap Friday's uh, Final Resolution from TNA. And also in today's video, I'll do a recap of Friday Night SmackDown and a preview of Monday Night Raw. So, without further ado, let's get into Thursday's TNA Impact from Full Sail University, the home of NXT. So you can be sure that some NXT superstars will be popping up. Mike Santana kicked off the show with a raw, powerful promo that that set the tone for an explosive episode. Sitting in the middle of the ring, he opened his heart to the crowd, reminding them of his love and recounting his uh, mem- meteoric rise. A month prior, um, he he claimed championship gold and celebrated with his daughter. Then came a personal triumph: 1,000 days of sobriety. But the next day, everything came crumbling down. Instead of cracking, though, Santana doubled down, hitting uh, a meeting, uh, hitting a meeting and refocusing his fury. His target, you ask? Frankie Kazarian, and the TNA World Title as a final warning to the NXT roster that that crushed that crashed the party. Thursday, Santana made it clear he was coming for them all. Knockouts action heats up. Danny Luna absolutely decimated and dominated a four-way showdown against Myla Grace, Rosemary, and Indy Hartwell, clinching a future knockout title opportunity. The finish was a savage Danny Luna uh, weaponizer. Wait, wait, sorry. The finish was a savage Danny weaponized, like Danny weaponized a chain, uh, courtesy of Rosemary. Sorry about that. Using it to devastate Indy and secure her ticket to gold. Lorner gets a win. Vince Lorner toppled Matt Cardona with some timely help from Steph Delander, who distracted the ref long enough Mance Warner to introduce Cardona to a purse, gritty, effective, and classic. Skyler ascends. John Skyler picks up a crucial victory over Myron Reed, with Jason Hotch providing the edge he needed. Brookside claims her throne in a thrilling throwaway lure. Zaya Brookside emerged victorious against Victoria Crawford, Judy, Jody Stretch, and Killer Kelly, earning the coveted #1 contender spot with a stunning iconic iconicism uh iconic slam. Frankie Kazarian watched uh, intensely from commentary. JDC's moment. JDC put away Eric Young in a hard-fought battle. Post-match, though, a career-defining stare-down Kazarian as with Kazarian teased an unforgettable title showdown, potentially JDC's final dance. Jensen's triumph. Brooke Jensen's defeat defeated the hometown man. In inspiration challenged the inspiration basked in their turning point victory and boldly declared themselves ready for anyone, anywhere. Victoria Crawford and Tessa Blanchard crashed the party, launching a final resolution challenge. Then Mila Moore blindsided Lee and Mc- McKay with a vicious attack. Santana's vendetta begins. Mike Santana dismantled Robert Stone and then locked in his message. Stone's crew was on notice. Demon Demon time had arrived and Santana was unstoppable. X Division drama. AJ Francis stepped to Rick Swan and with fire, reminding everyone of their final resolution X Division title collision. When Leon Slater Swan's legendary legacy, defended Swan's legacy as a former world champ, Francis fired back with unbridled confidence. He'd have held that title if he'd been around. Chaos erupted. Slater narrowly escaped with a table choke, choke slam, but Francis ultimately decimated him anyway, leaving Swan in an languishing, agonizing position. Brookside secures it. Zaya Brookside edged Danny Luna in a rematch that solidified her official #1 contender spot with an inside cradle after Indy Hartwell blocked Luna's chain assault. Ali dominates. Mustafa Ali systematically broke Trey Miguel in a singles match with Order Fleur and the Rascals banned from ringside. Ali locked in a devastating sharpshooter with Cray after Cray whiffled on. the Meteora. Tag Team Chaos. Lexus King, Channing, Lorenzo, Tyson DuPont, and Tyreek Igwe outlasted Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Cedric Alexander, and Steve Macklin. Stacks pulled off the pin after a cheap shot from Lexus King and sent Macklin reeling through though Santino Marella wasn't thrilled with his son-in-law's tactics. Main event showcase Leon Slater, Eddie Edwards, Moose, and Brian Myers conquered AJ Francis, Rick Swan, uh, Ryan Nemeth, and Jake Something. Slater capped it off with a picture-perfect Swanton 450 onto Nemeth and for the pin. The system rises. Post-match, Slater and the system commanded the ring. Meyer celebrated Slater as a universe, full sail legend, and hinted that JDC might have one more legendary run ahead. Then the music hit. Fandango stormed out, dancing. Tyler Breeze followed, and JDC and Breezango reunited to close the show in absolute euphoria. I know that was long, but what a ride. I hope you guys like that TNA recap. I know I apologize for it being a little long, but that's what happened on on Thursday's episode of TNA Wrestling. And now I'm going to do a quick recap of what happened on SmackDown, and then I'm going to do Raw. I apologize for this. Okay. WWE SmackDown, December 5th event recap from the Moody Center in Austin, Texas. Cody strikes first. The show explodes immediately when Drew McIntyre arrived at the arena, only to get stopped by Nick Aldis at the entrance. He, his suspension was still active. Frustrated but compliant, Drew headed to his vehicle when Cody suddenly ambushed him in a vicious attack. Security separated them as Cody stormed through to the backstage area towards the ring. Cody grabbed the microphone and demanded that Nick Aldis reinstate Drew. He recounted the violent violation with haunting precision. You came into my home, where my wife sleeps and my children play. Cody painted, grew as a cockroach, impossible to eliminate, no matter the weapon deployed. The fight with belonged with WWE ring. Belonged in a WWE ring, sorry. Though Drew never beat him, maybe he broke him. Cody demanded the suspension lifted so he could finish this once and for all. Promo wars heat up. Damian Priest fired back, questioning if Cody was delusional or just stalling. The inevitable. Involving family. Cody uh, made it personal, and Priest was bringing was bringing reinforcement, was bringing reinforcements. Rhea Ripley stepped forward, reminding Cody she'd always be by Priest's side. They've they've survived everything together. If Cody thought she'd stay out of she'd stay on the sidelines, he was wrong. Next week, Cody and Brandy versus Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Backstage, Tommaso Ciampa mentioned getting his U.S. title shot, but Carmelo Hayes interrupted with a arrogant swagger, calling Ciampa a jackass before sauntering off. U.S. title brutality. Uh, Dragunov versus Hayes. Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes delivered a hard-hitting clinic for the Men's United States Championship. Hayes pie-faced and showed shoulder tackled early, but Ilya answered the stiff chops and running boots that sent Hayes crashing. Ilya targeted Hayes' injured knee relentlessly, landing a brutal backdrop driver onto the apron and a series of devastating chops. Ilya Dragunov controlled uh, with reverse chin lock, spinning back fists, and back sentons. Hayes fought back with an inside cradle near fall, then a springboard clothesline and La Mystica. When Ilya went for the H-bomb, Hayes got his knees up. Hayes capitalized with a slingshot DDT once the onto the apron and threw Ilya into the barrier. But here's where it got wild. Tommaso Ciampa appeared and crashed, clutched Hayes behind the referee's back. Ilya didn't waste the gift, hitting topped Moscow, followed by the H-bomb for the win and the title retention. Post-match, Ilya saw the replay and was visibly furious about the interference. Sorry about this. Backstage fallout, Ilya demanded Ciampa next week. Nick Aldis obliged. Ilya then walked straight into Tonga before Solo Sikoa pulled him away. Nathan Fraser and Axiom also said they wanted a peace. Their masks were stolen, making it personal. Women's division drama. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss discussed their Survivor Series victory. Charlotte admitted she needed Alexa and would be lost without her. Their next target, reclaiming the WWE Women's Tag titles. Alexa faced Kyrie in a match loaded with Asuka interference. Uh, Asuka interference. Shane landed flying forearms, a Boston Crab, and a double stomp. But Alexa was weathered the storm. When Asuka jumped the apron, made Sister Abigail set up. It nearly backfired, though. Shane rolled up a Alexa for a near fall, but Alexa fired back with a slap, punch, knee strike, and drop kick before delivering Sister Abigail for the victory. Post match, um, chaos erupted when Last Legend and Nia Jax attacked from behind, hitting the Samoan drop to Charlotte. Asuka fired back with kicks of her own and a back fist. But Nia's pop up headbutt turned the ride turned the tide, sorry. Lash dropped Sane with a big boot until Asuka pulled her to safety. Backstage, Nia Jax and Last Legend promised the tag team titles were next. Women's Championship Showcase. Jade Cargill faced Alba Fire with Chelsea Green flaunting the tag titles ringside. Um, no, her title ringside. Alba took an early advantage with the drop kick and corner kick, but Jade showed her shoved her away. When Kiana James and Julia appeared, Julia punched Chelsea in the face, creating the perfect distraction. Jade capitalized with a spinebuster, bicycle kick, and Jaded for the victory for the 3 count. Backstage, backstage drama. Jade crossed paths with B-Fab and Michin. Jade called Michin a lapdog, and Michin just suggested they talk to Nick Aldis. Jade agreed, but said she'd handle it herself. Cena's final opponent emerges. LA Knight promised that beating John Cena would cement his legacy. Gunther was impressive, sure, but Knight, yeah, called himself unstoppable. Like everyone else, Gunther will be dropped on his head, Knight vowed. Gunther radiated with confidence in his backstage interview, uh, declaring the ring general always translates to victory. Uh, he, he'd beat Knight tonight, then Cena next week. The tournament's outcome was already decided. The main event of the main event wars last time is now final. Gunther versus LA Knight for for the tournament final was absolute carnage. Knight started hot with a punch and a kick, setting up the BFT before Gunther escaped and rolled to the floor. Knight followed with a drop kick, multiple announce table slams, and a launch over the table. Gunther recovered with a European uppercut and brutal chops. Gunther dominated with a sleeper holds, European uppercuts, and fierce chops. Knight fired back with the neckbreaker near fall, but Gunther tight, sleeper held tight on Night. Brook, Night broke free and sent Gunther to the floor with the ringside barrier as his target. Gunther answered with a stiff chop and backdrop deliver driver onto the apron. Back inside, they and created momentum, repeatedly. Knight hit a flying clothesline, jumped neckbreaker, jumping neckbreaker, Death Valley driver, and burning hammer for a near fall. Gunther answered with boots, chops, and forearms. Both men leveled each other with simultaneous clotheslines, sending both crashing down. Uh, Knight for the catchphrase, climbed for the catchphrase, elbow, and connected for a near fall. When she set up for the BFG, Gunther countered with a German suplex of his own. Gu- Gunther followed with a leg assisted neck snap, clothesline, and two frog splashes. But Knight kicked out of both. Gunther hit a power bomb, and Knight barely escaped. Uh, Knight exploded with a BFT out of nowhere, but Gunther got on his foot, got got his foot on the bottom rope to break the count. Gunther trapped Knight in a sleeper with a body scissors, then transitioned into a brutal uh, carve uh, cravate hold, wrenching Knight's neck and spine, with nowhere to go and pain overwhelming him. Knight tapped out. The winner and new last time is now final opponent for John Cena at Saturday night's main event. Gunther advances to face John at Saturday night's main event this Saturday on Peacock. This will be John Cena's uh, last match ever in wrestling. I hope you guys like this somewhat long review. I apologize for that, and I will do a very quick, rapid fire of preview of Raw, which will take place on Netflix from Kansas City, Missouri. I apologize. From the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City, Missouri, time, the ring general takes center stage. Gunther hits Raw fresh off his tournament victory over LA Knight. The ring general earned his shot against John Cena in his final match ever at Saturday night's main event, and the WWE Universe is about to hear what he has to say. Championship glory on the line. WWE's World Tag Team Championship match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the Lore Raiders. The champs dominate dominate the dominated the New Day last week and specifically called out the Lore Raiders for tonight. Now they'll back it up, back up their confidence against one of WWE's most dominant teams. Um, uh, championship pride and bragging rights are on the line. Judgment Day Reckoning. Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. The master of the 619 returns with vengeance on his mind and his sights. Rey is on a mission to dismantle the entire Judgment Day, and Balor is on his next target. The personal, intense, and absolute. This is absolutely must see. Women's division momentum. Stephanie Vaquero makes her grand appearance after successfully retaining the women's title against Nikki Bella at Survivor Series. Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyria rounds out the women's action in what promises to be a stellar matchup. The go home show before Saturday night's main event on Peacock is here. Champions, championship matches, tournament filler, and Cena's final opponent ready to speak. Don't you dare miss it. That will be on tonight's Monday Night Raw from Kansas City, Missouri on Netflix at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. I hope you guys like this somewhat. I apologize for this long video, but it I wanted to cover almost what I could in this video. I hope you guys liked it. Help me get up to from 422. The sky's the limit. That would be great. I will be busy the next couple of days, but I will be back with Monday Night Raw recap on Thursday, and I'll recap a little bit of TNA's Final Revolution pay per view. Uh, if you like this video, you know the drill. All my details are in the description below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That would be great. Even if you're on a different platform and you see this, jump onto YouTube and like, comment, share, subscribe. That would be amazing and epic. Until Thursday, everyone, have a great week so far. And as I always say, keep smiling, stay positive, and keep warm. Bye. Bye bye.